This is Selena Parrish, Director of Membership Products and Services with the KBA, and we are back with another episode of our KBA Vendor Viewpoint. What you're about to see is a pre-recorded presentation from Norma Carroll, who is Vice President of Investors Title Insurance. Norma and Investors Title, they've been a part of the KBA for many years, and we started endorsing them in 2001. And in this short video, Norma is going to be talking about how banks can become owners in our title agencies. She has a lot of great information to provide to you today, so enjoy this episode of Vendor Viewpoint. Thank you so much for joining this morning. Investors Title has been a part of the KBA since 2000. Our first agency opened in 2001, and that would be Bankers Title of Central Kentucky, and that is the agency that Hank Allen with Commercial Bank in West Liberty is chair of the board there. And then in 2003, we started our Kentucky Title Center, and Alex Cook is with us this morning, and he's chair. And also at Hearthside Bank, he's president and CEO at Hearthside in Middlesboro. In 2005, we organized the Title Center of Greater Kentucky, and David Hobbs at River City Bank is chair of that board. He's not on yet this morning, but plans to join. So thank you, banks. We're looking to add new owner banks to the agencies. And Norma Carroll with Investors Title is with us this morning. And Norma's got a PowerPoint presentation, and she's going to walk through how banks become owners in our agency. So Norma, I'll turn it over to you so you can give them all the details.
Thank you, Selena. Selena could do this presentation just as good as I. We've worked together for many, many, many years, and it's been great, and it's good to see you all with me today. I have the marketing manager with Bankers Title Central Kentucky, Christy. You'll hear from her in a little bit as we review the owners in that group. Matt Sexton, he's the marketing manager at Kentucky Title Center in Louisville, and you'll hear from him in a little bit. And then Vanessa Newsom is the marketing manager of Title Center Greater Kentucky over in Elizabethtown. And we are delighted to be with you today, and appreciate Alex and Hank for being on the call with us too. And so I'm gonna try to slow down. I've been told I'm the fastest talking Southern girl you'll probably meet today. So if I talk too fast, just say slow down. I needed to get that again. So again, I appreciate the KBA. Ballard and Selena have been great supporters of the program, and you'll see why here in just a little bit. I am going to try my best to share my screen. Well, can you all see it? Yep. Hold on yet.
I can see it.
Okay, good. All righty. Technology is wonderful when it works. Well, certainly the reason that you're here today is to talk about non-interest fee income for your bank. And rest assured that your consideration today will not hamper your service that you give to your client. And certainly the folks we have here can attest to that as well. But non-interest fee income and customer service for your client are the two reasons why you want to be looking at this program. It's been very successful. I've been with the Investors Title for almost 29 years now, and a large part of my life has been in the wonderful state of Kentucky, and it has been such a successful program. I take care of Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, and West Virginia. And believe it or not, out of my 4 states, Kentucky is number 1. So y'all do a fabulous job in supporting your agency. Financial strength across the board with Investors Title. Our book value is at $251 million, and that's much different than it was when Selena and I started back in 2000. Our compounded annual revenue growth is 15.9%. Average annual return on equity is 13%, and our company has 0 debt. And Kentucky Bankers reviews our financial standings every year to make sure our safety and soundness and our ability to pay claims is where it should be. There's 2 companies that actually grade title insurance company, AM Best and we have an excellent rating with them. And Dematec has been around a long time, and we have an A double prime rating with them as well. Our footprint at Investors Title, if you take the United States in half and cut it and look at everything on the east side, that would be where we are. We have a huge presence now in Texas, and in Florida is growing as well. So we're very pleased with that. But again, as you look at the map and our footprint, you can see where our agents are that we manage. And again, Kentucky is a great state for us with the 3 agencies that we have. Bank involvement and the benefits, it makes sense for banks to be in the title insurance business. It's a traditional delivery channel because you're making the loan, and you should have all right to require title insurance on your loans from your bank. It makes your loan portfolio more valuable, but if you ever have a claim, it's usually a big one. It is an affiliated business arrangement, and Investors Title has several multi-bank owned agencies, and we have had that for many, many years. And we've had a huge success in the state of Kentucky. It is a significant source of fee income, and we'll share with you directly how much each agency has made since they started. And again, because you would be an owner in an agency, you're our number one priority. You're not put to the back of the line and work getting done as far as turnaround time. If we get a title opinion in today, we'll get it out today. And a final title opinion is usually done within 24 hours. And then your claims service, we're going to take care of you because you're our client, but we have way more in reserves than is needed to pay and cover claims. A little bit about the affiliated business arrangement. We have been involved with partners at Investors Title for 52 years. Our home office is in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. We've assisted more than 500 lenders of all sizes. There's not a bank that's too small or too large to be in the title insurance business with us. And we've worked with over 300 companies representing banks, real estate industries, and other affiliates. We have 24 multi-owned agencies, and Investors Title has 73 affiliates that are over $1 billion in assets. And some of those are actually in your agencies in Kentucky. The program support, we offer management services. You don't have to worry if somebody's out sick. We take care of all of the management of each of the agencies in Kentucky. Legal and underwriting support. We have a team that is out of Chapel Hill that is at the call of each of your offices. The underwriters can call them directly and get support. Technology, that is our responsibility as well to make sure that everything is running correctly, and then making sure that the agencies are successful. And certainly we have a success history with the ROIs in the state of Kentucky. Why would you want to be a part of a title insurance company, and why would you want to do it in a group? It's less capital required. You've got to have several $1 million in assets to make it work on your own. So if that's a consideration, I can show you why you don't want to do it. And then expert operations, we know how to manage it, how to get it going, and how to make sure that it is runs efficiently. The management is outsourced to Investors Title Management Services, which is a different company than the Investors Title Insurance Company, and I'm a vice president of both of those. We have strength in numbers, and again, when you look at the numbers that these agencies have done, you cannot argue the point. But the service of all 3 of these agencies is outstanding. And in more referrals. In the state of Kentucky, we found that in some areas when the market is down, in other areas that it's up, and it's not consistently across the state. So therefore, you're benefiting year-round from the economics across the state. And then increased volume reduces incremental production costs. So that adds to your profit margin. And then all 3 of the marketing people we have on today is out there looking for non-owner business. That's a RESPA requirement. They are getting business from the local attorneys and referrals from the local real estate agents. What benefit does that have to you? Financial and other real estate related company partners with Investors Title. And we have certainly the expertise on the limited liability company. We have a physical office in each of the 3 cities in Kentucky that's designated. It's not shared with any bank. It's totally an independent company from any of the owners. Online access to our software, direct access to our team of attorneys and support staff. At any point in time, any of our banks can talk to an attorney, or your attorney at your bank can talk to one of our attorneys on our staff. So customer service and claims. We had a claim in Kentucky recently, and out of Kentucky Title Center. It was not the fault of the agency. It was actually the fault of the individual that was doing it, and it was $100,000 claim, and he did not want to pay it, and he did not want us to go back on his E&O. So we worked that out, and we paid $50,000, and he paid $50,000. That was totally goodwill for that agency. He should have paid it, and his E&O should have stepped up through the program, but we stepped up and helped with that. The structure of the program, we take care of the legal and compliance issues. Obviously, the method of investment that your bank makes, it's totally up to you. Some do it through the bank, some do it through the holding company, some do it through an insurance company if they have an insurance company. So that's totally up to you. Our agency structure is compliant. We do have a RESPA legal opinion, and then Kentucky always gets a Baker Donaldson legal opinion, and that has not changed through the years. We have loan officer guidelines. You will have to disclose that your bank has an ownership and a title insurance company for all of your RESPA loans. Many banks disclose even for the commercial loans as well. So our marketing folks here will train your staff on how to do that. There is an operating agreement and disclosures that we give to you, but some of you already have disclosures loaded in your software system. And as long as it discloses that you're an owner in the title agency, then you should be fine. Or we can provide that if you don't have it. The benefits is operations have been established for years. Lexington was 2001, Louisville was 2003, and Elizabethtown was 2005. Oversight is outsourced. That's my responsibility. The strength in numbers, economics of scale, fee income opportunity. I don't know of a time, Selena, that we did not pay a distribution back every quarter for these three agencies. We have a proven track record with this group. Financial opportunity in Kentucky, the profitability. Our profit margins is 57 to 58% profit margin. The agencies were profitable within 12 months. And the capital is always returned in 18 to 24 months. Usually it's returned in 12 months, but we say 18 to 24 months. And then our annual return after the agency was up and running is 190% to 308%. Don't know where you can get that kind of return. I'm sure that the banks aren't paying that now. Everybody's got a role in this. Your title agency that you join. The banks have a responsibility to refer business. Selena is out there supporting it every single day, as well as the legal staff at the Kentucky Bankers Association, our management services, and then our title insurance company. As we look at that, certainly the underwriter is Investors Title. So we take the responsibility for the claims. We monitor regulatory matters with RESPA to make sure we're in compliance. We don't look at stripes. We have superior products and services. We watch our competitors constantly to make sure we're offering the best products, and then underwriting support. Your staff in all three agencies are very experienced, but they have a support team in Chapel Hill. Management, we provide all of the support. We do the board meetings. We do the oversight of hiring the personnel, of training them. We do the boards to do the budgets, the compensation. We do the benefit package. The agency's employees have the same benefits I have at Investors Title. And then we assist with business development. Every Monday morning, we have a marketing call to update their marketing efforts. The Kentucky Bankers Association, they laid the groundwork and they promote the agency every single day. Could not have better partners than the KBA. And this product would not have come to Kentucky without Ballard and Selena and Deborah Stamper at the time. The owners, you attend board meetings. We do them quarterly. You've got to endorse the program and hold your lenders accountable. And to refer business to the agency. Maybe you're not making the loan, but you're aware of a piece, call the marketing officer and let them work it. And then let us help you with any assistance that you need. We like to do training at least annually. Allow us to do that with your loan officers and your processors. And then again, they're out there looking for non-owner business as well. The agency, their responsibility is to increase penetration, to track the number of loans you've got and how many we're getting, and how they can work harder with your loan officers, with your processors and your local attorneys. and they train real estate agents as well. If you need some help training your real estate agent on title insurance and getting business over to the agency, I think Matt has done that. Perform the core duties. They issue the commitment and the final policies endorsements right there in their local office. And then they are responsible for implementing a business development plan. They do that annually. We update it every quarter and keep track of their goals and their responsibilities. Each one of these folks are expected to make 80 calls a month and to be out there every single day. None of these three are actually doing any underwriting, although they can, but they're not responsible for that. Their job is out there making calls every week. The agency's Christy Ellis is the marketing officer at Bankers Central Kentucky. She's been with me a long time. And Christy, I'm going to let you give the names of the owners in your group.
Yes. So again, my name's Christy Ellis. I've been with the agency now for 19 years. And the owners in our agency are CG Bank, formerly known as Citizens Guarantee Bank, Farmers National Bank of Danville, First State Bank of the Southeast, formerly known as First State Financial out of Middlesboro, People's Exchange Bank out of Beattyville, Mount Sterling, Winchester area, and then Community Trust Bank. They're one of the largest Kentucky-owned banks in the state, and then Commercial Bank out of West Liberty.
All righty. Thank you so much, Christy. This agency, again, was the first one that opened. They've done extremely well. They do a great job. As we look at their results, this is actual results through fourth quarter of 2023. They have distributed $14,899,080. You can see the cumulative cash return on the contributed capital is 21,240%. The average annual cash return on the invested capital is 236.1% annually. Kentucky Title Center, Matt Sexton is our marketing officer there. Matt, would you review the bank names in your group?
Absolutely, and thank you for having me on the call today. So, as Norma mentioned, we have 13 banks in our agency, and as you will see, we are spread from border to border in the state of Kentucky, and obviously some in Tennessee. We have Farmers State Bank in Booneville, Kentucky, Hayden Citizens Bank, PBK Bank, which is located in Stanford, Eclipse Bank here in Louisville, South Central Bank in Elizabethtown and Glasgow. We have Community Financial Services Bank in Benton, Kentucky, Heritage Bank, which is located in Florence and Burlington, First Kentucky Bank out of Mayfield, Farmers and Traders Bank, which is in Campton, Kentucky, Citizens National Bank in Somerset, the Sicilian Bank in E-Town, Morgantown Bank, obviously in Morgantown, Kentucky, and Hearthside Bank, which is located in Middlesboro, of which Alex Cook is obviously the chairman of our board and is on the call today. So I appreciate everyone being on.
And Matt, how long have you been with the agency?
This will be my 10th year, so not as long as Christy, but time does fly when you're having fun. So I came on board at the end of right at the end of 2013, and so 2014 was my first full year. So it's been a great experience so far. So I'm looking forward to another 10.
Sounds great, Matt. Thank you so much. Results for Kentucky Title Center out of Louisville, Kentucky. Their cumulative distributions have been $13,017,074. The cumulative cash return on contributed capital is 1,472%, and the average annual cash return is 195%. Don't know where else you can get a return like that on your money. Title Center Greater Kentucky over in Elizabethtown, they've got a large group, and the reason for that is for a period of time, the other two agencies were not accepting new members. So we opened one in Elizabethtown, and it's done very well. The office manager we had when we opened that agency in 2005 is still with us and doing a great job. And a lot of these employees have been with us a very, very, very long time, and I'm very grateful for that. Vanessa Newsom is our marketing manager there. Vanessa, would you go over your list of members, please?
Yes, so I'm Vanessa Newsom with Title Center of Greater Kentucky. I too have been here 10 years this year. Like Norma said, we do have 27 member banks in the agency, and we are located throughout the state of Kentucky, and we have some branches in Tennessee and in Indiana. So to go through the list, we have First Trust Bank, Bank of Edmonson County, Casey County Bank, Century Bank of Kentucky, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson, Kentucky, Citizens Bank of Kentucky, and Citizens Bank of Mount Vernon, Citizens Deposit Bank of Arlington, Kentucky, Clinton Bank, Farmers Bank and Trust of Princeton, Farmers National Bank of Lebanon, Kentucky, Field and Main Bank, First Community Bank of the Heartland, First National Bank of Russell Springs, FMB Bank, Owingsville Banking Company, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, Kentucky, Whitaker Bank, People's Bank of Kentucky, Pinnacle Bank, River City Bank, Salyersville National Bank, Springfield State Bank, the Monticello Banking Company, the People's Bank of Marion, United Community Bank of West Kentucky, and United Cumberland Bank. David Hobbs is our chairman of our executive committee, and he is on the call today as well. So thank you all, and thank you all for having me on the call.
Very good. Vanessa, how long have you been with us?
10 years. This year will be 10 years.
Okay. Thank you, Vanessa. I appreciate you. Let me tell you how Title Center Greater Kentucky has done it as well. They've had cumulative distributions of $10,837,106. The cumulative cash return on contributed capital is 1,015%. Average annual cash return on investment is 251%. And as you can see, each agency, it was a little less, but it's because each one opened at different times. The first one was 2001, the second was 2003, the third one was 2005. So again, great job in the state of Kentucky. I'm sure that you who are joining us that are not members you may have some questions, but the next thing you would want to do is fill out a bank statistical information sheet. And that tells us what your buy-in would be. That tells us how much ownership you would have and what the expectations would be from you as a member. And this last slide here is the kind of the plan of progression, and all that's determined by if you decided you want to come in, we take it to a board, the board votes on it, and then we invoice you for that investment. It is an investment that you make into it. And so I appreciate Hank, I appreciate David Hobbs and Alex. Let me give each one of you chairs a chance to speak for a moment. Hank, would you talk a little bit about your experience with Bankers Title Central Kentucky?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Norma. Thanks, Selena, for having me on the call today. We were not a founding member of the agency in Central Kentucky, but we only missed by a few weeks. After I learned what was going on, I went to the banks and had relationships there and asked to be a part of it, and they welcomed us with open arms. And it was something we wanted to be a part of. Being in rural Eastern Kentucky at that time, title insurance was not as prevalent, but I was aware enough to know that it was something we wanted to make possible for our customer base. And it's something, it's a product that's been utilized greatly, and we've just been very pleased with the agency in every respect. Christy does just a fabulous job with training and reaching out and helping in every way. And personally, in my situation, my wife's had some health issues. And Norma, I want to thank you for stepping up to the plate and stepping in and taking care of some things where otherwise I would have done it myself. But overall, it's just been a great situation, certainly been profitable. But more important to me, it's given us an opportunity at a small bank to offer a great product and service to our customers. So we appreciate the agency greatly. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been an honor to work with you for sure. Let's go to Kentucky Title Center up in Louisville. Alex, thank you so much for being on the call today. Would you share a little bit about your experience in the agency?
Sure. It's nice to follow someone like Hank. I could just say I echo everything he said. So it's a great product offering to have for our customers. We're about half of our operations is Kentucky, half is in Tennessee. Very much like him, it was probably not as common in 2003 when we joined, but it's been a great offering. It's good for customers. It's profitable for the bank. We've been in it 21 years now and never looked back. The center is great to work with. We see Matt often. He's always willing to come down and train new lenders and keep us up to date. So once again, it's been a great thing to be a part of. I would recommend it to any bank looking.
Alex, thank you so much. And one thing I did not mention, the agencies are licensed in multiple states. So if you do lending around Kentucky, that's not an issue for us either. David Hobbs is out of the dentist chair, and it's so good to see David. David's been with me a long time at River City Bank, and he's the chairman of Title Center Greater Kentucky. David, are you able to talk?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm picking on you.
I'm happy to report no cavities, so that's always a positive. So, I'm going to reiterate, several points that Norma's already presented in her slide that were the strengths of our decision to join the agency and so forth. We looked at creating our own, but decided to go with the Title Center because of the amount of, the capital, the amount of, deals we were going to have to do in order to make it profitable. So we considered that, but then decided to join the Title Center Greater Kentucky. I think we've been in it since 2008, if I remember correctly. Norma's incredible. The staff at our agency is incredible. Great service, quick turnaround, and so forth. The revenue source, as she's already indicated through the slide presentations of all the agencies, incredible. There's extra security benefit to the title itself. That was always a plus to me. And then, the ultimate thing about the investors is the strength of balance sheet of investors and their rating. To me, that was real important too, as well. And good to see you today too, Norma, by the way.
Thank you so much, David. And David is great. And our employees become just like family to the banks. David's bank invites the staff to come up for Christmas, for the Christmas party, for the bank Christmas party every year. I mean, so they become like family. And so, and that's what we want. And so let me stop and see if anybody has any questions. Lionel, Greg, Ashley, anybody have any questions on anything that we've talked about?
I don't think so. I'm pretty familiar because, I was with Heritage when they yes. joined. So pretty familiar with that and the success that was enjoyed as a result of that. So I don't think I have any questions.
Lionel, good to see you today, sir.
Yeah, good to see you too. It's been a while.
Yes, sir. Let's go shooting.
I'd love to.
Ashley, how about your group? She may be muted, but anyway, but if anybody has any questions, the next thing is there's a form that needs to be completed. That does not obligate you to anything. That just tells us how much your buy-in would be and how much ownership you would be. And I can tell you how much money you'd make a year. And then that's not shared with anybody until you say, Norma, we want to do this. So Selena will send out that, we call it a BSIR. It's a bank statistical information report. And, at least go down that road and get that path done, and you'll know what it costs, what it would return. If you need me to come and talk to your board or anybody in your bank, I'll be glad to. Selena and I can come together. We'll be glad to do whatever you need for us to do. Or if they need to talk to any of these chairmen, it's certainly open. Selena, any other questions or any other comments?
Thank you so much. And I know Norma pointed out the income as of fourth quarter for all three agencies, but I'm looking at the total figure. And so since the inception of all three agencies, the owner banks have received $38,753,250. It's just been an incredible program since we rolled it out. And all of the owner banks are great references. So I will send the PowerPoint slides out to you. And if there's any friends that you have in that list of owner banks, please reach out to them, because in addition to Hank and Alex and David, while we've got them as our chair for the 3 agencies, we have all the owner banks that would love to talk with you about how the program works. And I'll send out the BSIR and the slides for today. But if there is any questions that you all have, please reach out to me and Norma. And thank you so much for your time today. It's been great to see all of you.
Great. Thank you. And I wanted to thank Matt for being, patient with us, stopped in, seeing as I'm never here when he stops in. I don't know what the deal with that is. I apologize, Matt, but he's been really good about following up. So
Right.
very good. Very good to see everybody this morning. Thank you.
It's good to see you.
Thank you much. Very good presentation.
Call me if you need me.
Okay, we sure will. Thanks.
Thank
And
you.
Selena, you'll be sending that form to us?
Yes, I'm going to send
Okay.
out the BSIR and Norma's slides so that you'll have the reference tools.
Okay.
And then we'll get things rolling. So
Okay.
thank you all so much.
Great.
Good
Thanks
to
so
see
much.
you.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.